My bad. You know the vibes. The video cut off, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, video cut off. But I posted up a part one, so we're gonna do part two. I think I left off on the uh, like the water. So you gotta Aries can't like have to be conscious of their surroundings and conscious of the people that they're dealing with because when you show your hand early, when people know your move, people know you something coming from a mile away, they can manipulate it, they can use it, they can not give it to you, make you, you know what I'm saying, make you jump through hoops because they already know what you looking for, what's going on. But Aries does have connection and access to that energy. So now we're dealing with Scorpio. On the flip, Scorpios can be so manipulative, and I'm not saying manipulative like, oh well, they're trying to be evil or nothing like that. It's just more like they want to be in control of the situation because they seen Aries go out of control and manifest things that's out of their control, out of their hands. So Scorpios want the fate to be in their hands. So that's where they can get into that manipulative energy and the type of energy that, like, I'm not gonna show my hand. And Scorpios share this trait with Leos, the acting trait. Scorpios, Leos, and Libras and Pisces. They have the acting ability. Uh, yeah, a lot. They have that acting ability because with a Scorpio, they have, sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do, and sometimes you got to be around people you don't necessarily personally like to get to where you're trying to go or to get to the goal. And Scorpio is like in it for the long haul, so they put up a front, put up an act, um, pretend, be around certain people just to get to the goal and not have any type of connections to the people around them because at the end of the day, Scorpio is hiding the fire. They're hiding the passion. So they could be around a bunch of people that they don't necessarily like or vibe with just to get something or just because they know this person, so it's going to get them into this room. So they're thinking about the long terms of the situation. Whereas an Aries might be thinking of, I want to go here. The quickest way to get to where they're trying to go. The Scorpio is looking for the most calculated way to get to where they're trying to go. Because it's like you could have a path that got a lot of thorns and rocks and no sidewalk type deal, and the Aries, but on the other side it's an amusement park, and the Aries would be like, oh, all we got to do is go through here, and they moving and not thinking, and they end up in the middle of the field with all the rocks and the stones and everything's uncomfortable. But the thing about the Aries energy, this is where they pull from that Scorpio. So they'll pull from the determination of that Scorpio energy once they're in the situation. So they'll pull from that and keep going through the rocks and get there. And a Scorpio could be looking at, I want to go to the amusement park, but it's like a 2 mile pathway. They'll walk the pathway because it's already paved, it's already safe, it's already calculated. If I walk this way, this is gonna happen. And when you got a clean path, a Scorpio could speed up on that path to get there quickly because ain't nothing in the way. An Aries might have to move some rocks, move some this. You might mess around and roll your ankle, you know what I'm saying? But you gonna get there. So they both get there. It's just the style of how they get there. And then a Scorpio, like I said, a Scorpio could rub people the wrong way because once they get to where they go, then they Aries stuff come out. Where a Scorpio might not have been thinking about, like they might have had like a tight crew or whatever, but the Scorpio might not necessarily be connected to the crew how the Aries would be connected to the group. Don't ever let an Aries tell you that they don't care. They know that logically they shouldn't care. Don't ever let them do that. And vice versa. Don't ever let a Scorpio, don't ever fall, and I'm not saying all of them. So I'm gonna put out this disclaimer right now. I'm not saying everybody. I'm not saying all of them do this because it's different variations of everything. But don't ever let a Scorpio. No, okay. Don't ever think that a Scorpio care more than what they let on, just because of that water. Water is a natural nurturer, so Scorpios naturally connect through emotions. They might not necessarily be fixated on your emotions, they fixated on their emotions, but they connect through their emotions, and that's how they use their emotions to get from point A to point B. So then when they get to the goal, everybody else thinking that the Scorpio is more invested in the people than they actually are. So what a Scorpio can learn from an Aries is you have that same fire and passion and determination, that same initiation sequence to get there. You don't have to necessarily manipulate people on your way there to getting there, because it's unnecessary. Like when people see you go out, this is what the beauty of being a card. Because Aries don't, they pride themselves on wanting to do everything by themselves. When people see you take an initiative by yourself to do something, they'll assist you. And low key, Aries kind of resent that just because they want to be looked at as being able to do things by themselves. A Scorpio has that same energy and passion, but they'll wait for the people to come around and then do it versus going out and doing it and getting help. And it's vice versa. The Scorpio might go out and start doing it, might not even need nobody help for real. And it'll be like the energy will be burnt off. They both burning off energy. But when this energy is not burnt off, it can turn into a war within yourself. Yeah. It can turn into internal struggles and internal battles and nitpicking and stuff like that, because it's still martial energy, it's still the warrior energy. And like the warrior energy is not necessarily like actually like barbaric, like war. It's still it's in the mature, because Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So basically the exaltation is the highest form of the energy is used in Capricorn. Capricorns are goal oriented, the energy is Saturn is just grown up Mars. So when you a kid and you bickering and you fighting over stuff that really don't matter for real, and then when you grow up and you see that the same energy that's used to destroy is the same energy that's used to build. You can build upon things, and that's where that energy, that when Scorpios and Aries get caught on that lower of trying to one up everybody or trying to prove, that's the lowest form of that mine or that's so low. That's low, and it doesn't do you. And trying to prove your way or try to prove this way, it doesn't do any justice to either. It doesn't do justice to either of the energies. Once they get in tune with that higher octave of it, when you realize that don't attack people, attack the goals, attack your ambitions, attack your desires, burn off that energy. Mars and Scorpio, they be some of the funnest people to be around ever, because they in a good mood, because they handling what they gotta handle. They learning different things, they self-improving themselves, and they making a name for themselves out in the world. These people could be when they both hit their goals. If you was rocking with them, y'all in for all the spoils of war. They'll get enough to share with other people. It's just the getting there and the getting past all the BS. That's the hard part. That's the war part of it. But once they get there, good times. But like I said, just Scorpio can learn, just go out on your own sometimes, and you will see that it's not as difficult as you thought it was. Aries, you can learn sometimes gauge the group. Sometimes you don't have to make it as difficult as you think it is. You don't have to make it that difficult. But yeah, that was the part 2. That's the noisy neighbors. Noisy neighbors. Like I said, you're not it. You just doing it, and you know the vibes, man. Everybody have a good day.